Well, they say that achieving a soft real chapati depends on how well the dough was made. But have you asked yourself what that's supposed to mean? So in today's recipe, I'm going to be sharing with you step by step on how to achieve that soft dough that will give you soft real chapati 100% of the time. So let's get started. I'm using 12 cups of unbleached all-purpose wheat flour, but you can use any wheat flour of your choice. That cups I'm using take 3 measuring cups. I'm also using 1 tablespoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Give everything a good mix. I'm also using half a cup of cooking oil. I'm using Crisco shortening. You can use any cooking oil of your choice. This one I had already melted and it is in a liquid state. And at this point, I'm rubbing in the oil into the flour, making sure that everything has mixed very well. And as I'm prepping the flour, on this other side, I'm heating up our water to a boiling point. I'll be using 4 cups of boiling water, and I'll be using a wooden spoon to mix it up until my hands can be able to tolerate the temperature of the dough. The cup I'm using right now holds 3 cups of water, but I'm going to be using 1 extra cup as we proceed. And to make it easier for me, I'll be pouring everything into my kneading mat, and then we'll proceed with the kneading process. This slide here took me like almost 10 to 15 minutes. I want to encourage you to take your time in this kneading process because this is where the soft real chapatis are made. And here is the 4th cup as I had mentioned earlier. And for me, the most enjoyable part of making this dough is when I roll it like that. And then I cut it up again, adding some cooking oil. Making sure that the oil is well incorporated. And then I continue the kneading process. And do whatever you can to make sure that this dough is very soft. And after like 10 to 15 minutes, my dough was ready. And then I let it rest for like an hour. And now I'm back after like an hour, and you can see how soft our dough has become. Our gluten have rested and the dough is very stretchy. And this recipe is going to yield 20 medium-sized chapatis. And I'm spreading them out to make sure they're not getting stuck into each other. At this point, I let them rest for a few more minutes and then I start the rolling process. And at this point, I'm loading out the chapati dough balls individually until I had achieved my desired size. Spread some cooking oil. Then dust it with some wheat flour, fold it into two, and then repeat the process. And finally, I'm going to roll it up, ready for the next step. And at this point, I want to request you to subscribe to my channel, hit up the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And again, we are spreading out the dough balls because you don't want them to get stuck to each other. And for best results, we are still going to allow them to rest for a little bit and then roll them out, ready to go into the frying pan. And this is where I'm going to be storing my chapatis when they get done. And as you know, sometimes the chapatis will get soggy if you don't put a protective layer between the chapatis and where you're storing them. So to prevent this, I'm using a paper towel. And as we are doing this, our chapati frying pan is getting ready on medium heat. And I'm keeping them covered so they're not drying up. And now, this is the final stage where I'm transferring them into the frying pan. Let them brown for a little bit on one side. Turn them, then oil them. Let the other side brown a little bit, then turn them and oil the other side. I'll facilitate the brownness of the chapati by the use of a spatula or with my hand by the use of a paper towel. And as you can see, our chapatis are coming up very well. This is made possible by the way we made our dough from the beginning. And then you repeat the process until all the chapatis are done. And there we have it. Those chapatis were very soft, they were layered, they were tasting very nice, and I hope you are being inspired to go and try this recipe. And look at that. And look at that. I hope you can see all those layers. And not only are they layered, but they are also very soft. And finally, we give it a happy dance. And I hope you are being inspired to go and try this recipe. So until we meet in the next video, may the Lord bless you, may the Lord keep you, may He watch over you, and may He give you peace. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.